what we can do for Senate Bill 10 and 11, which many folks like the safety provisions in the bill following the school shootings, and through our hearings, through the Senate and the House, and the findings, it was overwhelming in Texas that we moved towards providing some sort of counseling assistance in a lot of the rural districts in Texas that don't have any at all, any counselors whatsoever. If it would have been $100 million put into this to the state budget, it would have never been known or disclosed or found whatsoever, which is essentially about $90 grand per school district, $90,000. But we made sure it was in legislation so that a lot of sunshine would be on it. And we, through our interim, we don't just pack up our bags in Austin and quit working on state legislative efforts. We watched very closely on especially issues like this with public schools. And yes, we put in provisions to require parental consent. And yes, we put in provisions where no data can be mined from any findings whatsoever. It's not a psych eval of every school in the every child in the public school system, like a lot of the rhetoric is. It's simply providing counseling assistance for half of Texas that doesn't have a school counselor in their schools. And we're not having these school shootings in inner city metropolitan areas, and heaven forbid we don't. These shootings are happening in rural areas, and even law enforcement from these campuses that testified in our hearings, the law enforcement on these school campuses, they know the students. They know them by generation. They know their aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, cousins. They know all of them going through these school districts. And every single law enforcement official said that the most troubling aspects of what they're seeing are in areas of Texas that just don't, you have to drive an hour and a half for anyone to sit and talk with a school counselor. Do we trust them? Absolutely not, Ginger. All you can do is trust and verify and confirm again. But what we're committed to do is to continue to watch closely the mechanics of an effort that we're trying to accomplish that's going to bring scrutiny on behalf of Texas school kids to be safe. And that's a counseling initiative, and that's hardening of assets, which is what the bill does. It helps with conversions at the front doors of these schools, and it helps with a counseling initiative. We didn't want it to be in the budget where it's just hidden as a provision. Out of $240 billion, it'd be another $90 grand per school, which would have been just easy, and nobody would have said a thing about it. We wanted it to be very, very public and transparent, so we can all watch together in 2 years when we go back to session. If we see any of the negatives that we're talking about, then we'll be the first two that will be accountable and after the changes that are needed.